Hello everyone. Sorry, we had an issue with the microphone. It has been a while since I actually live streamed anything. The heat wave in the UK meant that it was impossible for me to do any streaming because I had several fans blasting at full speed. Then I had some personal things that I had to deal with, which meant I really didn't have a lot of time for streaming. So now that everything's sorted out, hopefully I can start streaming again, although to be fair, I have a feeling that for this project at least, this might be the last stream, because I think today we're gonna add everything that I want to add for now, but we'll see. So the last time we worked on this project, we had a problem. First, we've added the events. Basically, we've already added the events that calculate the that's in the like text cursor position in the text area, as well as the text update. Then we discovered the problem where if you start typing really quickly in the text area, it slows down a lot, and the worst part about it is that it doesn't even recover from that sometimes. Initially I thought it probably has something to do with the new events that we've added, because I've never noticed that before. However, when I started profiling, I noticed that it usually gets stuck here when we do the array from to basically get an array from the iterator that we get from the matchall function. So I thought maybe I need to figure out a way to not actually use matchall and just create the array myself by using the match function on the text and getting all the matches one by one. I figured out the function, but then it wasn't working properly anyway, and then it didn't improve the problem that much. So I started looking a little bit more into it, and I eventually managed to isolate it to actually the pattern that I'm using to search for URL matches. And specifically, if we uncomment this bit, it was this part where it was getting stuck, and it would take very long time to actually check for matches. It especially happens when there are no matches in the text. It usually goes back and forth a lot, trying to find if there anything that could match, and this part of the regular expression alone can basically it can go back and forth for 71,000 steps until it actually can determine that there's no match and moves on. So I decided to change it a little bit. So I have removed this alternative entirely and only kept this one, and then added a match for an optional match for the www dot, in case someone adds that after writing HTTP or HTTPS, which is also an optional match, and that improved things significantly. So the regular expression is something that you need to be really careful with, because it can slow down, it can affect the performance a lot. So you need to be careful. One thing that I've used to actually figure this out is this website, and it's called regex101.com. and if you select the PHP, which as an engine it slightly has some differences with the regex engine that works with JavaScript, which means that you need to be careful what you actually test here, and you need to make sure that actually works with JavaScript as well. Like, for instance, there's something in regular expression that is valid, which is the called possessive quantifiers that works in PHP. However, it doesn't work in JavaScript. If I go to JavaScript, it will tell me like the pattern contains one or more errors. So you need to make sure that your pattern is actually valid. The problem is, why not use JavaScript 1 immediately, is that you actually don't get the debugger. However, once you make sure that your pattern is valid in JavaScript, you can go back to PHP and then add whatever text you want to add here, and then you look at the debugger and it would tell you how many steps it took to actually either find the match or not find the match. And if I go here and let's increase the text size a little bit, let's make sure you can actually see everything. Yeah, and that looks fine. If I come here and actually copy this, for some reason not sure why it's not copying. Let's do it again. Here we go. And if we now go here, paste that, and it says there's a pattern error. The preceding token is not quantifiable. Okay, I think I know why. Let's do this as well. Now that will work. And if I, for instance, type here, hello, let's see how much it takes. See, that takes 51,000 steps to fail, just matching against this this simple sentence. So imagine basically the way we're doing it is whenever the user presses a key on the keyboard, it runs the text against the patterns to make sure that if there are any matches, that actually whether the text matches or not. And as I said, if someone is typing something that doesn't match, you're running this literally 51,000 steps to be able to get anything from it. So if I come here and just remove this alternative, again, it still doesn't match. However, it does it in like 1,000 steps. So that's 50 times basically speed up. Almost 50 from the pattern that had the alternatives. So yeah, that's what I ended up doing, and this tool was very helpful in allowing me to identify that problem. So that is the new URL pattern that we're using, and to make sure that everything's actually working, what we'll do is we come here, then move until we'll build this quickly, and we can run the URL tests that we have to make sure that this small change doesn't actually affect what we have. Like, we need to make sure that basically everything still works as we expect it when it comes to highlighting URL patterns. So we'll wait until that is done. Okay, here we go. If we now go here and do yarn start, we need to end this now. Okay, and now we need to go here and yarn test. Let's focus on the Firefox and source tests index URL formatting. Should run all the tests we have. Currently we have 74 tests for URLs. So that's good. We have like a significant amount of tests that that will allow us to make sure that everything's still working. everything passes, so we're still good. We don't need to do anything on the pattern, but now we also need to go back here and start testing the speed to make sure. As we're using here the debug build of the app, it's usually can be slower, so there is still a potential that this might slow down. However, what I've noticed is that it never gets stuck as it used to be, as it used to do, and on the production optimized build, it doesn't even get stuck at all. But so far we seem to be doing alright, not getting stuck or slowing down at all. Let's get a couple more lines in. Can't remember really when it used to get stuck. Yeah, I think it definitely used to get stuck before that, so we're definitely good here. We don't need to do anything. So what we're going to be doing next is now that we have sorted out the problem that we have, we're going to do basically add a new feature that I have wanted to add for some time now. And this is basically the ability to connect the text of the text area with like a value that is basically supplied by the parent. So when that value changes, the contents of the text area changes. And the reason I want to do that is that because in my app that will be using this component, I have an emoji picker that I want to use to basically give the users the ability to add emojis to their tweets. But I don't want to have that emoji picker as part of my component, this component, because maybe someone doesn't want to. So like, and I already have that emoji picker figured out for the app. It already works, so there's no need to actually redo the work on getting it on building it again for the actual text area. And as I said, like, it doesn't really make much sense. I want this text area to be focused on being like a replica of the Twitter's text area. So I don't want to add extra stuff just to have it there when you can add it in another way. Anyway, so to achieve that, we'll need to do something, and I've already done some work to figure these things out. So I am going to start building that now. So first of all, I want to add a couple of new props. But to do that, we'll need to get the custom events here. I'll move these to the types, and it's gonna start building everything, which is annoying. Good, it failed. Yes. Keeps attempting to build it. This time it's not gonna fail. Okay, let me do something. That's alright, it's just one more. Okay. This one doesn't change, which is good. And here we're gonna make this like that. We'll go to the custom events and delete these. Go to the types file and add these in here. I'm gonna export as well. Might as well add this license information here, and then we will import text update, change, and null from types. That should fix our issues. Yeah, that works. And then we'll go here. These are no longer and we're actually going to we're gonna move this there as well. Types and add this here, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add two props here, a value which is going to be a string and position which is going to be okay. Apparently we're not using this anymore. Or maybe we don't need it anymore. Yeah, we need the... We're not gonna need the text update, but we're gonna need the cursor change. And we don't need this, and we don't need that. Then we're gonna extract the value and the cursor position from the props because we're gonna use them. And then what we'll be doing is this. We are going to go to the custom events and actually move this function. gonna need to take this one to here. I don't think we need to do that. We just need to export it here. And what we're gonna do, rather than actually use the function here, we are going to pass that as and then I'm going to change this and pass just the current text, and that will dispatch the event properly for us. Then we're gonna do something similar here. Not this one. Actually, let's also get this one, because we're gonna use it. We need to go up a lot more. Delete all of that, and let's go here and do this as well, and go up and then we will choose this function. And again, we'll come here, and rather than use the function, we'll actually pass the cursor position. Okay, we are going to remove this, and okay, those two functions are now updated. Don't use this because we're no longer actually doing anything with it, and we don't use this here, so we don't need to import it. And if we then go back to here, you'll see we'll need to add a couple more state variables here. So we're gonna new text position. Use state, and this is going to be on, so change detail. and start equal 0, end equal 0, and then we need reposition. This is gonna be Boolean, and to begin with, it's going to be false. Then what we need to do is a couple of things. First of all, let's let's go to our event listeners. As you can see, we already have some errors here because we changed the how we dispatch the events. We'll run that, and then we'll come here if not visitor of current, return, then we'll get the current text. It will be get current text, and it will need editor current, and then we'll get set text to the current text, and then I remove that because we don't need it, and we'll then have to pass this as current text. Need to do the same here as well. So need to check here. If not editor current, we will return. Then we'll get the current. Let me scroll down a bit. So text equal current text current, and then we'll set the text as current text, and we don't need this anymore, and then we will dispatch current text here. And one last time for the input listener, we do the same. That. Yep, that's right. We used the right thing. And here we don't need this, and we need to pass this as current text. That's updated, and we then need to come here to just do some checks. const position equal is.ref.current and range, and then here we'll just pass the position. That should be it. We're not changing anything with the actual contents of the component. So we're okay with this one. Now we need to actually start handling how we update basically the internal state of the component from the parent. So the way we're going to do that is by using 3 use effect calls. First one is the simplest. We will use the value that's passed from the parent and check if not ref or not. Just return, and then we compare the internal state to value, then we need to set text to value, we need another effect that runs when the text is updated. So when we update it here, we need to run it. Like it will run also when we update it in other cases, but we're gonna actually check using some if statements to make sure that we're actually running this only when the text is changed by the parent. So again, let me scroll down a bit. So as usual, just check to make sure that's normal. And first thing we're gonna do is current text in editor equal text, and Okay, so what we're going to do is if context in editor is not equal to the internal state, because remember we've changed it here, but the actual text, like this function, the getContext function gives us the actual text that's inside the input area, but this is just a state, like a component state. What we'll do is, let me check something with this function. Yep. Okay, that's fine. What we'll do is we'll need to first we'll take out the, basically just clean the input area, and then if this is just a simple check to make sure that, like, if the parent just cleared the entire text, we're not creating any paragraphs, we just leave the editor completely empty. So we'll just focus the editor and then return, and we'll then need to run another function which we're going to create. So add a function here, format after updating text from parent, and removed. Okay, that's probably going to need going to need this. Actually, yeah, I'm going to need editor, which is going to be HTML div element, and we're going to need the range, and pattern, and an optional highlight class name. So here's what I'm going to do. Format. Go here, and then we'll need to. It will need this, and we'll need to. Let's quickly we don't have the range, not pattern, we'll return, and then we'll pass the range, pass the pattern, and pass the highlight class name. And we also need the forgot that we need to pass the text, which is going to be a string. Let's call it update text, and in this case we're going to pass it that. Here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to split the text in 2 paragraphs. So update text dot split, add the new line character, and then create elements from that, paragraph elements, paragraphs, map, and we'll run this const equal document create element p, and p text content equal text, and then p dot append child dot create element break, and then we just return p. Then what we'll do is for each paragraph we will run the following editor dot append child p. We then We'll then run through all the paragraphs that we've added. And do this for let I equal 0, I less than editor.child. If not node, or node as element dot tag name equals br. Need another one. We will just continue, because if the node doesn't exist for some reason, like it's null or something, then, or if it's just a line break node, let's say we have an empty paragraph that only has like a line break, we don't need to format anything. Otherwise, we will just do format and pass the range. Node dot first child here. Dot first child as text, and it needs the pattern and it needs the highlight class name. And that should be it really. This function. Yeah, I think that should be it. Let's save and test it and see how it works. And it failed. Let's build it again. Okay, seems to be working. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, let's run it again. No, this is not the one that was one. Okay, I forgot. We need to come here and build it again. Okay, we're still formatting. Let's see if... Okay. Doesn't seem to be updating it here for some reason. Let's see what's happening. That is interesting. Ah, I think I know why. Okay. Actually, shouldn't need to. If we... not this. Yeah, if we go here now and enable this, as we're not passing it back to the component, so let's see. Hello. Let's see if it works now. Oh. Yeah, let's give it one more try. Here we go. Ignore this for now. We're gonna fix this later. But as you can see, we can just add things now, like add emojis, and can even do this and clear the entire text. If you can check this, the dev element is empty. It doesn't have any like empty paragraphs or anything, which means everything is mostly working as we expected. We can even add this, which basically adds a split. So like if you want 2 tweets, you can split it here. Again, the cursor position is still not working properly. That's fine. We're gonna fix that. But yeah, it seems like we can now update the text on the parent side and get that reflected inside the component. Let's also make sure that this, did everything correctly. Okay. We will need to come back here now and do this. We need to see if we have cursor position from the parent. If we don't, we just exit. If we do, then we'll need to set text cursor position, update the cursor position from the parent, and then set reposition to true. And what I need, and again not what I need. Then we'll need one more use effect, which will if a position cursor and set position cursor to false, and then again just one more safety check. Actually, I think we should be able to just use this. We don't even need that one because it can never be null. So we need another function here, which is going to be a similar one to this. So we'll do function. Let me do one thing quickly. I want all the format functions to come one after the other. This one here. Position. Okay. This one will take the dev element and we'll take the cursor position. And it will return void, and that reminds me we need to what was it called? Yeah, we need to update this one. It should be returning void as well. What we'll do here is if editor child nodes.length equals 0, we'll just return because it's pointless, and then we'll extract the start from the cursor position because we only need I'll add a to do here because I'm not sure if we need to extract the end or not. For now, I'll keep it like that. Let's start paragraph, which can be child node or an undefined, and then let text length to paragraph equal 0. And then and do for let I equal 0, I less than editor dot child nodes dot length and I plus plus. Let's scroll down a bit and back here, and we will just do current paragraph text content equal undefined, or current paragraph text content length equal undefined. We'll just return. Sorry, let's continue. Return, and then what we'll do is we'll add the length of the current paragraph. So current paragraph text content length plus 1 to basically account for the new line character, and then sorry, we need to remove this one. We then need to check this against the start value that we have. Basically, we're looking at which paragraph actually contains the cursor. So once this variable, the text length of current paragraph, and let's maybe rename it. Yeah, let's just to make it clear, to end of current paragraph. Once we get the length of the current paragraph, and if it goes over, if it's greater than the start, that means we're already we found the paragraph where the cursor actually is. So we need to do this: if text greater than or equal to start, we'll set the start paragraph to current paragraph, and then we calculate the start by actually removing. So we need to remove the length of all the paragraphs before the current one, but since we also added the length of the current paragraph to to this variable, we need to address that quickly. So text length to end of current paragraph minus one paragraph text content length, and since we also add one for the new line character, we need to remove that. And once we've calculated those two variables, we just break, and once we're out of the loop, we can just come here. If start paragraph is undefined, then we return. Otherwise, we will use one of the functions that we already have. So we'll pass the node start paragraph to the node variable. Offset will be 0, and then we'll pass start. One thing we need to do is to actually change a small thing in this paragraph. Which is here. Once we get the child, a child node inside the paragraph, usually what happens if the cursor is at the end of the paragraph, child might be a line break element, which would not have any text in it, so its text length is not going to count. So we just need to make sure we increment this current length to take into account the new line character. So I'll just copy this bit because it's just a small thing, and we need to then go back here. And then, actually, before we save, let's go back here and do the following. If not editor ref.current, we will return and we need to export that function. Which will take the ref current, and it will take the and that should be it, I think. So if we go back here and we save this until it finishes building. Okay, fails. We're gonna need to go here now as well to make sure that we're passing this as well, because we need to use it for updating cursor location. Okay, and if we now go here and start, we should now be able to, yep, here we go. Can add text as much as we want. We can split the tweet here, and we can clear everything. And let me test something. Okay. Yep, everything seems to be working. Wait. So that is good. We've basically managed to achieve this. Let's maybe start adding some simple documentation for some of the functions that we've added. Then we need to as well Okay, and let's see, do I need to add any updates here or any comments? Not really. Let's see if there's anything that I would like to change. Let's see. Okay, let's go here. All out here. Is this if remove content? Okay, we can now remove this because we don't need it. have something that we would probably I'll just do that off stream. There's not really a need to do that. I just need to make sure that local storage is actually available before I try to use it. Let's see if we have any other to-dos aside from... So yeah, we have this one. I'll look into it. Debug. Nothing. Don't really think there's much to add here. Yeah, I think that really is everything I needed to do today. I'll do is I'll push the changes to GitHub and just publish a new version to npm, so people can actually use it. And later, yeah, I'll have to do that now before I actually push it to publish it on npm. I just need to update the readme, just to basically make it clear that we've added those two new props and how they can be used. But yeah, I don't really think that there's anything significant that I need to add. So yeah, for now, that, as I said, probably unless I can think of another significant feature that I would like to add. I doubt I'll be doing any other streams for this project. Because I think that basically is everything I wanted to add, at least for now. One of the other things that I'm going to be working on is I started just playing with developing a game using C++ and actually no game engines. If you wanna know a little bit about that, you can check my website, and I'll probably I don't think I'll be doing a lot of streaming for that game. I'll be doing devlogs on my YouTube channel, which is here as well. You can basically catch up on all of the streams that I've done so far for this for the TweetTextarea component, and you can also follow some of the devlogs I'm gonna publish. I might do some streams sometimes, but unlike this project, basically the TweetTextarea component was built entirely on stream. I am not gonna do that with the game because that sometimes meant that I couldn't work on the TweetTextarea project, because I wanted to make sure that everything I do on it is actually streamed live, but I don't want to have that restriction on the game, because I want to keep working on it as much as I want. So yeah, I'll probably just work on it, publish some devlogs. Every now and then I might do some stream when I'm doing something that I think could be interesting to watch live. And yeah, thank you for joining me today, and hope you have a good day. Goodbye.